Hey everyone, guess who's back? It's Kamish back here with another team preview. This time it's our last one of the year, and it's Ryan and Deuce Bombers, a guy that still has yet to lose a game in the regular season. 14-0 last year looked like the perfect season. Then it fell flat on his face like Brady and Moss that year, like the Patriots, but this time only in the semifinals against Susie and Zebras. Looking for redemption this year. And if history can repeat itself, Ryan, if you don't forget, your second year in the LOC, you won the title. So maybe this is where history will repeat itself for you, and your second year in the LOD brings you a title. Looking forward to doing your preview here. There's no doubt about it. If you're being previewed last, you are the best looking team so far. And I think you're the best looking team. I don't want to say by a wide margin, but pretty big margin, right? So if we get into it, power ranking on the offensive side of the ball, the guys that are going to get the most points for you week to week, first place ranking. So you got to love that. Trying to build a dynasty like the Patriots once had, and you're well on your way with this roster. Quarterbacks, I gave you first place in the league. Jalen Hurts, Aaron Rodgers. I love that tandem for you. Hurts, let's face it, he earned the big money last year. NFC Championship win brings him to the Super Bowl. All those weapons. AJ Brown's only 25 years old. So Hurts still has him to throw to. Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert's in that offense. So many weapons for Philadelphia, and then let's think about Rodgers, right? I mean, he's gonna want to look good. He's pissed at Green Bay. There's no doubt about it. Green Bay blew it when they drafted Jordan Love in the first round, wasting Aaron Rodgers' last years in his prime, in my opinion. And I think he's going to come out and he's going to be wanting to, show improve for sure. So first place, and but you will have to think about a long-term solution for Rodgers eventually, and we'll talk a little bit about that after looking at your draft outlook. Running backs, I gave you second place in the league. And some people might think this might be a bit too high. When I look at it, it could have the potential to be too high. You have four legits. From what I can see at present, they're four legits. Josh Jacobs was the best running back in fantasy last year. So can't argue. Well, obviously ranking you second when you have the best running back in fantasy on your roster. J.K. Dobbins, he's also there. He's going to be fully recovered from the injury now. Well, if you can ever be fully recovered, so he's definitely going to be healthy. Let's put it that way. And I think he's primed for maybe a big year in that Baltimore offense. Joe Mixon could get released. So that's going to be a bit of a problem for you if Chase Brown can show it at all. And it'll be interesting to start watching OTAs tomorrow. If Chase Brown could show it at all, I mean, Joe Mixon could get his outright release. And then Miles Sanders looks like he's going to be the main guy in Carolina. But Willie, I mean, we don't know. But I think he will get a lot of volume. And then Zamir White, Justice Hill are just flyers. But yeah, looks like four legit point producers, and that's why I put you in second place. The only thing that I think threatens you as we go through your offense and your team, it really is injuries. And if you get some bad injuries like you did last year, you could be in trouble. And let's look at your wide receivers now. And I got second place for you at wide receiver too. So I mean, first, second so far previewed here. Justin Jefferson, the best wide receiver in football. You absolutely stole him now that I look at it. Debo on most boards is maybe at the bottom end of a top 25 ranking, where Justin Jefferson's the outright one on every single fantasy ranking you see. So to only have to give up a second round too as part of the draft capital, just a brilliant move by you. You had just acquired Debo from me, and you turn around and flip him and get Justin Jefferson. Like, unbelievable. Then Devontae Adams, he's a little bit unhappy right now in Vegas, right? So we'll see if Devontae Adams is going to be, well, I mean, he's still going to be a threat, right? He's going to put up big numbers. Doesn't matter if he's unhappy or not. AJ Brown, the double dip with the Jalen Hurts, 25 years old still. Gotta love that combo. Amon-Ra St. Brown, another fantastic receiver on the stable. And then you throw in Terry McLaurin. I mean, these are five scary WR1s that you can trust every week. Uh, not too many people can say that. The only person that can, I thought, was Stewart. If you remember, I ranked him first at wide receiver. I thought he had 8-point producers. I think you have 6, right? Zay Jones, though, will have a reduced role with Calvin Ridley showing up on the scene now in Jacksonville, though. So we'll have to see how much his role actually reduces. But Jefferson, Adams, AJ Brown, Ramon Ross St. Brown, these guys are all top 10, right? I mean, to boast 4 of the top 10, forget it, right? So it ends 7th. Gave you 7th. They gave you top half. You might think this is a bit low. And honestly, when I look at you, who you have, I think it might be a bit too low now, too. When I look at it, Kyle Pitts entering year 3, you could really honestly say he's entering his prime. So, and with Ritter, with another year of development, we'll see because Pitts has other guys around him now to take some pressure off him, which should open up some holes for him. Dallas Goedert, the double dip again with Jalen Hurts, right? So I think I might have ranked you a bit too low here. Uzama and Gray, of course, aren't going to do much for you, but they're good reserve guys, I guess. I know the Jets might not be too happy with Uzama. But yeah, I think Pitts might have a big rebound here, or maybe he doesn't get as much volume because Bijan's there, Drake's there. So who knows, right? His role might actually reduce, but I think he's still a game changer. When he was coming out of the draft, he was a game changer. Have you at 7th? I think maybe it's a bit too low, but I would have to review all the teams we went through again. But when I look at your tight end room, I think it's better in mine, and I had myself ranked higher. So I think I ranked you too low here. So you're even better than what I had you ranked, and I still had you at first, Deuce. So defense, I got you top 3. So first on offense, third on defense is where I have you. On the defensive side of the ball, again, you've made some moves here. When I look at the DLLB, one of the moves you made was getting Khalil Mack. Basically, got him for nothing. I know he's at the tail end of his career, but still could get the odd sack here and there. He was doing well, but then Bosa got hurt, and then that was it for Khalil. He's a secondary guy now at this point, just like Zadarius Smith will be with Myles Garrett in Cleveland, right? They're secondary guys now, but that would mean maybe they get more one-on-ones, right? So should open up some holes. DeForest Buckner is one of those DTs that will get you points. So I like that. I think Trey Hendrickson is coming off an injury. DJ Wanham has competition in that room now with Davenport heading over there. Gross Matos is entering his 2nd year. We'll have to see on him. And, when I look at the DLBs, it's okay, right? I don't think it's going to blow anything out of the water, but there's some good point producers. I think you got 4 of them there for sure. Middle linebacker, well, you acquired C.J. Mosley from me. You also have Roquan Smith. I thought brilliant move again by you to acquire C.J. Mosley off me near the tail end of his career. But he's still going to produce in that Jets defense and Salah's model there. Jordan Hicks, Quincy Williams, Andre Carter is a undrafted free agent pickup, and he could have something to prove too because he was ranked much higher on boards. So it'll be interesting to see how he does. But Smith and Mosley, I think, are really good. Hicks is going to produce as well. Quincy as well. So good middle linebackers. Then I look at the DBs again. What'd you do? Brilliant move. You acquired Buda Baker and Justin Simmons for next to nothing in the offseason, like picks. But I mean, now you got top guys. And I would be curious to see what those draft picks were that were picked for these guys, right? But Jesse Bates as well, Micah Hyde, see if he can stay healthy. Chuck Clark, Carlton Davis, solid DBs with Baker, Bates, and Simmons. Good triple to throw out there for sure. So when I look at the IDPs for you, again, you acquired Khalil Mack, CJ Mosley, Buda Baker, and Justin Simmons in the offseason. Clearly, you saw your defense as a point of weakness last year. You also acquired Justin Jefferson. Let's face it, you've made all the right moves. And, last year, Deuce, it really looked like you probably should have won it all. And then Zebras shocked the world against you. And I know what that feels like. She did it to me a couple of years back. When I look at your draft pick scenario, well, you know what the scenario is. You don't have a single pick for the next 2 years. I was on that same wavelength. I do have the round one now. So, again, it's going to be great to see you, continue to do well. And it'll be interesting to see if you can go perfect again. And I just want to take this opportunity, Deuce, to just thank you one last time for having my back last year with some difficult owners there. You were quick to jump to my defense. And, I just want to say it's truly appreciated. You've been in this league a long time, and it's an honor to have you in here. And you're a great competitor, and you're always near the top. So I can always count on you for great competition. Anyways, good luck, brother.